G'day subscribers. Today I'm with Supervisor Louis and we're going to talk about light switches for your Holden. You're with Jules Knight on Jive Talking Garage. So every car has a light switch. They're an essential piece of equipment and all the Holdens have got one. Very simple little piece of equipment as Louis here is squirming around. Sorry Lou. It's been a little bit of time since he was on camera. Anyway, so all the Holdens have got a light switch and you need them for parkers and to turn your lights on. Obviously you have a dipper switch for high beam, but what happens is all the power goes through your light switch. Now with the Holden there is a whole heap of wiring that comes into every one of these contact points. There'll be a fuse as well, and then the wires go all throughout the car. So really it's not just a light switch, it's really a distribution block. So it's important that it's well looked after and that it operates properly. Now I had done a slight modification to mine because with Project Julius I have a lot of accessories. I've got a fan, there's the misters, I've got spotlights out the front, a whole heap of other things, radio, all that sort of stuff. And if I grab this other one, okay, so the black knob is for a special, an ivory knob is for a standard. So if I grab this one, now the people that I bought it off, they'd obviously just cut the wires to get it off and take the switch. Well, I would never have done that. I don't like cutting things. I would prefer to undo it and keep it together, whether it be the wiring harness or the light switch itself, and that way you have all the spare parts. So I've got quite a few. One of the things that I need on an FJ, and I had it on my Ute with so many accessories, is the power takeoff bus bar at the back here. Now it's got three power takeoffs. So that's where is if you want to run a radio, you can either run power through key or through the back of the light switch. Now this is constant power. So what I was finding with my Ute is because I had so many accessories with it, I was a little bit doubled up here and things were piggybacked and whatever. And I really don't like that. Now, with Project Julius, that car, although it looks, shall we say, a bit ratty on the outside and the interior hasn't been done yet, the engine bay is pristine, the chassis and suspension's pristine, and it's got a plastic wiring harness on it because it's in the last 70 of the FJ Holdens. And as we're talking, Elodie's come up and she's saying hello to Dad. So I actually got to thinking about this and I did a small mod with the light switch that I've put in the car. But what I was thinking was I need more, not necessarily power, but I need more optionality to get power. And so what I did was I actually thought, firstly I doubled up the bus bar and I did it with spot welds and yeah, it does the job, but I tried to do it properly. But anyway, I was thinking about it, and so I got some galvanized steel and I thought, well, steel's a conductor of electricity, and if what I really need to do is extend, I need to extend the bus bar. And if I can extend the bus bar, I can actually run more power. So when you think about it, you've got that many power takeoffs, but I've got more than usual. So what I've done is I got myself a new old stock, a new old stock light switch, and I actually added, by fabricating a bus bar, I've actually extended from 1, 2, 3 the bus bar 4, 4, 5, 6. So I can actually run 6 appliances off the back of it. And so, you know, you'll see I've still got my switch fuse. That's all there. And the circuit breaker part, of it. I'm sure there's more people qualified in Jive Talking Garage, like Andy and Paul, you know, our electricians, that'll be able to talk about the circuit breaker and so on, how if it overheats it actually stops touching. But what this allows you to do is have 6 points to access power from. So that will allow me to conveniently run more appliances rather than try and, you know, piggyback maybe 2, 1 and 2 of these types of connectors on the power takeoff. So that has allowed me much more flexibility. So what I did was I was able to get hold of a new old stock switch that came up on eBay, and I got hold of it. I fabricated the steel, and I was talking to my mate, the long jumping jeweler from Lavender Bay, and he said, "Give it to me." And so he's put the holes in there. See, that way I didn't have to weld anything. So it was a matter of drilling out those 3 holes. So the existing screws would hold them into place. So I didn't need to weld anything. It's really good. And then it was a case of, with each of these number 4, 5, and 6 power takeoff, just drilling them and tapping them, and then, you know, I just got some spare parts off whichever one was the best 3 little bolt screws from those 2, because I've got about 9. So I just thought, yeah, I'll pick those. Well, see, that way it's a complete switch and it's ready for me to roll. So I'll go ahead and I'll install that in Project Julius, and that will give me more optionality of where to get power from the modified headlight switch for the FJ Holden. So as you can see, it's going to turn out to be a really good idea. And once I've got it in place, I'll show subscribers what I've done, and then we can sort of put it in place and go from there to give everyone a bit of an idea about the sorts of things that you can do. So that's sort of one of the little improvements that you can put in place without visibly modifying your car and hiding what you're doing, but giving you more choices of where you get power. Hope you enjoyed that little talk. Don't forget, Jive Talking Garage. Share, like, and subscribe, but more importantly, enjoy your Holden.